what did we say in the last few weeks with you guys? We're talking to you guys. I said, listen, Bitcoin is going to keep going up as I've explained to you guys. You can see the chop is continuing to the upside. So that is really good news. I also explained to you guys that we can be patient because we can use the CME gap as a potential area where we can wait for Bitcoin to retrace back to, and then from that point, maybe hunt buy the dip. Remember that, buy the dip. I also gave you guys upper and lower end ranges to kind of add as confluence as price is going to move into our new playground. As you can see, there's the new playground. What's going to happen is it opens the door for Bitcoin to 42K. Then I supported this by saying that the Dixie is about to start breaking down. And I gave you guys the most optimal area for the breakdown of the Dixie. And then what did I also say? I said, well, DOT's going to be moving to the upside and potentially we're going to start hitting resistance. And then ultimately that this is going to be a really nice breakout. So if DOT does this, it opens the door for all the space. Think about it, $30, $40, $50 DOT again. And it's still only sitting at $5. In addition to this, I also said to you guys that Litecoin has already done this, that what DOT is about to do, and that it's setting up for its buy zone. So looking at Litecoin today, you can see that it is broken up. It hasn't gone any higher. It's sitting in its grinding sideways. So, and that RSI is maybe giving us a little hint of a clue of that buy zone potentially being triggered. Okay, so that's good news. Solana lovers, I said to you guys, do not sell your Solana. Everything is fine. It's going to keep going up. I supported this by technical analysis, not my sentiment. This is a technical analysis channel, not a fundamental analysis. And Solana's going up. But, big but, big but, big but. I want to just make you guys aware of the new warning signs. Do your hodl bags a favor and subscribe today. Double down, hit that like and notification icon, and let's get charting. Okay, so look at this real quick. The path to alt season. I'm saying we've got a micro alt season brewing. So the path to alt season says that first Bitcoin moves, phase one. Okay, money flows into Ethereum, but it struggles to keep up with Bitcoin and so forth and so forth. And then secondly, Ethereum starts outperforming Bitcoin. So we're talking about the big flippening. And that's from that point onwards where the large cap starts moving. And then ultimately the alt season, that's when everything from newly invented bullshit to basically anything that's out there, people are just going to buy shit. I just want to buy shit. That's basically what happens there. And that season is also on its way. Okay, so let's get into this. Alt season. What is alt season and why do we love it? Okay, in the charts, in technical analysis, alt season will present itself in a way that Bitcoin will either slowly go up, lose momentum, or it will bounce like hell. But what needs to happen is, on the other end of the scale, dominance needs to go down while that happens. Okay, so two things we need for alt season: Bitcoin that's bullish and dominance that's bearish. Okay, so that's cool. Let's quickly have a look and see where we are today. So we've got Bitcoin that's bullish. I think everybody will agree with us. A candle like this, move like this, Bitcoin's bullish. Tick, right tick there. We've got it. Now let's see if we've got a bearish dominance. Bringing up dominance. This stage, what did I say? I said, well, guys, if we look at the RSI is not keeping up with the current dominance momentum. Okay, that's good. So what do we have here? We've got strong bearish divergence forming on the dominance. What do we say? Strong bullish divergence or strong bearish divergence can be considered reversal divergences. Okay, and what do you need for bearish divergence? Strong bearish divergence. Whatever you're charting going higher, but the RSI going lower. So to take this information back to where we are now with Bitcoin dominance, you can see it starting. We're getting Bitcoin going up, and we're getting the dominance going down. That's why some of these alts are really popping. So that's that micro alt season. I don't want to take up too much time, but hello to each and every one of you guys. Drop your comments, always go and have a read at them after the stream. So let's get back to this image. So what does it need to do for us to go through the path to the real alt season. What needs to happen is Ethereum needs to start moving. So let's have a look at Ethereum, because if you look at Ethereum year on year, Bitcoin's now up 100% in the last 365 days. Ethereum's only up 43%. So we need Ethereum to wake up according to the old historical trends. So let's look at Ethereum on the dollar on the weekly basis. And what do we have is we've got Ethereum trapped within a lateral range. So if I were to wipe off this really primitively, without actually studying volume or anything around this area, what we would say is that there's the climax, the end of the bears making money, their climax, okay? And then from that is normally an automatic reaction, which then gets considered the creek. Now, the creek is kind of where price will skip on it. You know, it will kind of fight it until it breaks. And that's when the rock basically sinks. And that's when you get the big move to the upside. Link, I think, is a really good example of that. So if I bring up Link, you can see that is what Link did. It kept on skipping on the creek, skipping until it finally broke. And once it broke, you know, gravity takes over. And in this instance, instead of the rock falling down, the price just skyrockets, lack of a better word. Like I say, guys, I do these things live. So sometimes my analogies and my English lets me down. That being said, maybe there's a better way of saying it, so please send me this in the comments. Okay, so that's the thing. Now, what is more important than Ethereum being in the upper end of the range means is normally I would then say, okay, right, guys, it's time to be bearish because we bearish at the top of the range, and we need to be bullish because we need to be bullish at the bottom of the range. But that time is, I think, gone. Reason being, if I take Ethereum now and I say, okay, right, in order for me to have an alt season, I need Ethereum not to just perform well dollar-wise now. It needs to start performing well against BTC. At this stage, Bitcoin has been the best marketing tool for crypto. If you think, considering how big its market cap is, considering that spot ETFs not crying for Casper or some other moon coin that you might have bought that's up 1,000%, they're crying for BTC. So that's the mature asset. That is the one that everybody wants to see. So if it starts beating BTC, it means that whoever bought there, smart money wise, is seeing that the momentum might be slowing down, and now is the time for alts. That's basically what this is. Big momentum, then that momentum's getting cocky. It starts going to smaller projects, okay? Makes money there, gets even more cocky and bullish about this, goes to smaller projects, ultimately to a point where it can start just throwing money in everywhere because it's going up. That's the cycle of things. Okay, so back to point. Bitcoin to the Ethereum pairing now. If we were to look at this, what do we have? So I'm going to zoom out a little bit. We had Ethereum to BTC trapped in a lateral range. So you can see, if we look at Ethereum to BTC from a large time frame, it only pays to be in Ethereum for a short while, where it will make you BTC, and then you need to be out of it. Okay, and that's why there's a cycle. You're in BTC, in Ethereum for a while, and then you need to stop loving it because you need to move on. And you need to move on until you get to the small ones, and then you need to move out. The move that generated the lateral range, that demand zone that's there, okay, is still intact. But price has now gone from, being overextended back down to being cheap. And that tells us that where we are now is the potential for this. The simplest way is to draw it like retail would look at this. There's the potential for this. Okay, we're in a trend. Now I can move the line there. I can move the line there. There's, like I said, the line doesn't really mean anything. It's a show that momentum is about to potentially kick in. Now we can dive this into smaller time frames as well, and we can say, okay, how does this bottom look like? How does this sphere look like? Okay, I'm going to switch this to the line tool, and you can see that we are making lower lows, RSI slowly creeping up. And if you were to look at this, I'm going to be asking you, does this look bullish? No, that's why I'm interested. Remember, bottoms look bearish, not bullish. Just like tops don't look bearish, they look bullish. So don't get trapped on that sentiment thing. Okay, so Ethereum is potentially about ready to start taking off. So let's go back to Ethereum to the USDT. So we're at the top of a lateral range, guys. If this thing links itself, does what Link does, and it goes above, say, 1,900, you're going to see a 3K Ethereum quickly. So when we look at Solana to the daily time frame, if we continue on pushing higher, okay, who's to say that it has to be the top? The RSI is turning down, yes, but if we now start trading above $47 for Solana, what is this going to mean for your Solana? It means you can dream big. This is now Solana's next target, 92. Hey, price will try and fill this inefficiency. Matic. Long-term downwards trend to the dollar. Look at what it's doing now, okay? It's breaking out. Great. So at some stage, what will Matic do? It will start testing some of the previous range highs. I'm not drawing this loosely. When the time comes, we will look at it in greater detail. That's the time to buy the bloody dip. I promise you at that stage, things might be looking bearish again. Buy the dip is when it's looking bearish, okay? We can quickly have a look at Link. Link is a really good example. Link's now flying. It's at our TP1. Link is potentially going ballistic at this stage, okay? So looking at this, it's going to continue on going ballistic until everybody that wanted to buy Link bought Link, and then they're all going to look at each other and say, now what? That's when Link will come back down. And it's at that stage when we have that downwards trend, we will buy the dip and then sit back and let the rest of the market work its magic, okay? Remember, guys, that's why we were here. So that's why I gave these setups way, way, way back for that reason. Okay, let's quickly have a look at BNB. I want to look at BNB, and then I want to look at INJ. Okay, BNB. Grinding sideways. I'm saying it's going to keep on chopping, keep on chopping. Still holding for this 250. So Bitcoin maybe needs a little bit more time, but this is still a potential. And then we have our run, okay? What else do I want to look at? I want to look at INJ. I promised somebody I will look at INJ. Okay, INJ, look at this. Flying like crazy. Love it. Love it. RSI is already telling you it's running to an end. So enjoy the run, guys. It's the same as Solana. Who's to say that this thing is not going to keep on ticking? But you know the rules. You know the simple steps you need to follow to know that it's really not time to get up. What are those simple steps? Simple. I'll show you guys now. And then we're going to end off the street. Steps. Okay. Switch to the line tool. Step 1. Okay. Now compare the highs of the line with the highs of the RSI. How do I do that? Just use a horizontal ray. Go to that point there, click a line. Okay. As long as price trades above that line, I remain bullish. Okay. Now, what do we have? We've got price going higher. The RSI is not going higher. So it's all that this is saying to me. It's not saying to me it's the end. It's not saying to me it's the top. All that it is doing, it's saying to me that, hey, everybody that wanted to buy INJ has potentially already bought it. And think about it. Everybody in the world buys it. It can no longer go up unless somebody sells. And if that person sells with no conviction, meaning I bought it and now it's no longer going up, maybe I must buy something else. I'll sell for a little loss now to go somewhere else. That might just create that domino effect. Okay, so what else needs to happen then? If this is the divergence, this needs to fall below this before I even think about saying it's over. Okay, can you stomach that amount of drawdown if you want to buy today? No, that's why you need to look for something else. That's why my eyes are focused on Litecoin. Let's hit back this because it's still early. It still needs its INJ run. I'm looking at DOT because it's still early. Yes, this looks like it's late, but if you start looking at this from a macro point of view, look at what this thing still needs to do. Give it some good press, get a couple of nice influencers telling you how amazing DOT is and you're going to see it at $15 really quick. Okay. That's where you need to focus your eyes. Understand that this is going to be a cycle. Don't end up waiting for Bitcoin to top to buy your Bitcoin, then see Ethereum top to buy your Ethereum, then see the large caps and because this is how a lot of people wreck themselves and ultimately adds to that feeling at the end. I'll just hold because as soon as I do something, it goes to shit. Okay. Right, guys. And that's it. Okay, guys. So head over to the Discord, trade with us. Maybe we can do it again next week. You let me know in the comments, especially those that traded with us yesterday. And that's about that. Okay, guys. And if you do, Prime has also one of the highest deposit bonuses. So if you open your account, you send your money there, they'll send you extra money in there that you can actually use that to trade. So use that, come trade with me, make some profit with that. And you get to withdraw it. You get to keep it. Okay. Right. Trying to go through my notes. That's it. So guys, be disciplined. Hit that money. Expect more upside. Enjoy the run. And if you want to trade with me, head over to the Discord. There's a lot of reasons and a lot of ways you can join our group. Thanks so much, guys. You have a lovely day. And as always, keep hustling.